We had talked. We knew Wheeling Central was going to play well. I mean, if for everybody that watched him play Magnolia, that they destroyed Magnolia. They were well prepared. They played with energy. Mel does a fantastic job coaching his team and getting them ready and getting them to play hard. So what we had experienced with them in the regular season, we knew was no indication of what was to come. And so we tried to prepare and get ready for what we knew was going to be a war. I mean, they were one game away from playing in the state championship game. They've got a young team, and they just had a monstrous game on Wednesday. So we knew the mountain we had to climb to get ready for them. I was really pleased that we were able to respond to that. I thought, even though we didn't make some good decisions in some certain situations, the bottom line is overall I thought we played smart. I thought we played well. And most of all, I think we made free throws when we needed to just to keep enough separation.
Question.
Coach, how big has Zach been the last three games, last three double-doubles, the last 3 games he's been huge for you guys?
You know, Zach's playing like a monster. He really is. I mean, Zach has got into his role. When Zach first came into the program, he thought it was cool to shoot the basketball, and that's mostly all he did. And once he and I had an understanding that he needed to work on some other things, more importantly, he did it. And to Zach's credit, he's played defense and he rebounds, and he's seeing the fruits of his labor. And I have nothing but great compliments and great pleasure in watching Zach's success. Garrett got sick yesterday evening, and he spent most of the night throwing up. And so between being sick at his stomach and being dehydrated, he wasn't at full strength. I'll be quite honest with you. I would say he was probably at about 60%. Now, the thing that we talk about in our locker room, and the thing I want to make sure I call attention to, is that in big games and big situations like this, your stars always have to be their stars. But you have role players who step up in order to be successful. Those role players have to step up and do things that they normally don't do, and they have to do them well. And in this case, with Garrett out, I thought David Godwin did just an absolutely wonderful job of stepping in and running the point and trying to take control of the floor and manage the game from out top. And I thought that was huge for us. I thought Nick and Zach working in the boards. I thought David running the point with Garrett's absence. And then I thought Andy Hoyer and Nelson McCown off the bench gave us good minutes. So, you know, we had guys step up who we normally don't see play those roles. And to David's credit, he showed some maturity as a senior running the floor with Garrett out, and that was a huge factor in our success.
Coach, after leading by 11 there in the third quarter, they get it down to 3. What did you see when you looked at your guys? Waste confidence?
You know, yeah. We knew Central had a run, and we knew I mean, it's as I said, Coach Stevens. That program is very prideful, very successful, and they're well coached. So they weren't going to quit. Those guys know how to compete. So we knew they were going to come after the ball. They were probably going to foul us. We knew we needed to be efficient on offense and to make our free throws. And we knew when they cut the lead back, we felt it was more a case of us needing to manage our game rather than necessarily watching them do superhuman things. And so we talked about that a little bit, about being more patient on offense, making our free throws, and being a little bit more efficient on defense to get in the rebounds. And that was the surge they made was a push. Basketball's a game of spurts. That was a good spurt for them. We just needed to make sure we didn't get caught up in the emotion of their spurt and get back to managing our emotions.